Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Reviewing with Chris, where we'll be looking on some books, some movies, how they compare, just for funsies. This is my first video where I want to talk about Gerald's Game, because it's so relevant right now. I know that many have seen the movie and read the book, and I want to talk about what I think are the major differences between the movie and the book. Spoiler alert, there will be spoilers. I will talk about what happens in the book, and there is also some graphic content, so viewer warning, I think it's called. Yeah. So let's just go into it. Yeah. I also apologize for my English. Please bear with me because it's not my first language. So, yes, Gerald's Game is first and foremost a great book. It is an awesome story, and Stephen King just shows how much you can do with character development, because the whole story is more or less in the same place. The only other places we travel to is in the main character's Jesse's mind. So yeah, it's pretty much in the same place, in a cabin, on a bed, through the entire book, almost, except for the ending. And the first major difference that I noticed was actually right after Gerald dies. He has a heart attack after Jesse kicks him in the stomach. He falls, he dies. After that, to cope, Jessie begins to talk to herself. In the movie, it's she talks to the second version of herself, and she talks to Gerald in her mind. But in the book, she actually has 3 other voices, except for her own normal voice. And the other voices are, the first one we meet is called Housewife Burlingame. And it may not be the correct name. I translate from the book I read, which is not in English, so there may be some differences there. But it's Housewife Burlingame, and she's like, the housewife, the one that always listens to her husband. She's always the nice one, the polite one. Yeah. And the second one is Ruth, and it's Jesse's childhood friend that she talks to. And she's the no BS kind of type. She is the strong one that tells Jesse to, get herself together. And the third one is her former psychiatrist, Nora. Something with a C. Well, her first name is Nora. And she talks to all these people in her mind to cope. That's the first difference, which people she talks to in the movie and in the book. The second big difference I noticed is actually pretty far in the book and in the movie, and that's when Jessie has her dream, has her flashback to the time of the eclipse by the lake with her father. And I think when I watched the movie, I remembered, and I remember correctly because I reread the book after. It was a lot more graphic, a lot more visual and uncomfortable. The feeling that you're with her in the situation, that feeling is really in the book, while I think in the movie they've done it a lot more viewer friendly, but it was kind of, you know, a necessity at that point, I think, because you cannot show what's written in the book on camera. So that's the second one. And the third and big difference I noticed was actually the ending. The ending in the movie, she kind of not apologizes. She forgives the Moon Man, and she actually, you know, as an audience, you feel her moving on. She doesn't hang in this negativity. She conquers it. She wants to move on with her life. She doesn't want to get stuck in this. In the book, it's the same feeling, but the way she does it. In the movie, she tells him, "You're not that bad," or "You're not that scary." One of those two, if I remember correctly. And in the book, she actually walks up to him in the courtroom, and she spits him in the face, and that's not like a symbolic kind of thing. She literally spits him in the face in the courtroom. And I think it's again partially to make the movie more viewer friendly, but also to reflect on the times that we are in now, opposed to when the book was published in '92. And I think it's they've made the ending different, also to be symbolic of that people should not hang themselves in the negativity. They should move on. They should, you know, conquer this and make it their beep. So yeah, that's the three major differences that I've noticed. Apart from that, the book is pretty much, you know, and the movie are pretty much the same. It's very correct. Of course, there will always be details you cannot include from the book, because it's a book. There's a lot of details, but I think that they did a very, very good job, actually, with a lot of respect for the book and for Stephen King's story. Yeah, that was my first video. Thank you if you've made it so far. The next video I'm going to do is Dolores Claiborne, where I want to talk a little bit about the book. So yeah, that's my plan so far. Tell me if you like this video, if there's something I can change. I know the lighting is terrible. I don't have proper lighting, and it's middle of the night. It's very, very spontaneous video that I wanted to do because yeah, I wanted to share it with you. So yeah, that's it. See you next time. Bye.